I was not in a situation where I knew things were going on, and I continued to stay. No, the day that I found out was the day that I left and the day that I filed for divorce.
And how did you find out?
Through a phone and a backpack.
Wait.
Extra phone.
So
It's true.
so you had to do a
Exclusive.
little.
Nobody knows that, but yeah.
Okay, you had to do a little digging.
Yeah, my spirit was speaking to me, and it said that something wasn't right, and it didn't take much digging. So and that's what I found, and that's why I left.
Okay, how'd you crack the code on that phone?
Child, y'all men are not that smart. Y'all are not that smart. It was the same exact code. This is what he currently has.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Chris. Are you an advocate for sometimes a woman must go through her man's things?
No, I'm not. You should never feel like you need to. Never feel like you need to. But if the spirit moves you, because sometimes we got to listen to that intuition because it's a real thing. I don't want to be with somebody that I have to look through your stuff. I don't want to feel like you're hiding something from me. Like, I don't want that, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all.
Okay. Now, it seems like perhaps he's embracing a poly lifestyle. Is that accurate from your perspective, or?
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. I don't understand the culture.
Okay.
But I mean, if it makes you happy, I'm happy for you.
Okay. So that was never discussed or introduced to you formally?
Never, ever, ever. I wouldn't have been married if that was, because that's just not my get down. And no shade, no disrespect to anybody and how they live their lifestyle. It's just something that I just don't want to be a part of.
Understood. Okay. I know you made a post about people sending you things and information maybe they thought that they had on your ex. How do you feel about that in general? Like, if people are bringing you information about, say, someone that you're interested in, involved with, how do you handle those types of things?
I think that in this day and age, nobody wants to see you happy, and to see you happy is just a opening for people to just come in and try to nitpick. And if they do know something, they're going to bring it to your attention, because instead of being happy for your happy, they would rather see you hurting. So it was a lot in the moment, but I give it all to God, and I thank him for it, and I'm happy that it happened the way that it happened, because the sense of peace that I have over my life right now, you couldn't pay for it.
No.
Couldn't buy it.
Understood. Did y'all have a prenup?
We did, but I did not enforce it. I chose not to enforce it.
So
I was given grace. I was given grace.
That's a powerful word. So had you enforced it, would things look drastically different?
For him?
Yeah.
For him?
For you too?
Oh, yeah. But my goal is not a financial gain. So for me, to walk away as quickly as possible as a single woman was my objective, was my goal, and that is what I got, and I am grateful for it.
Okay. Now, is it true that you all had a clause that you wouldn't have people you were romantically interested in or involved with around your children?
Y'all is nosy in this thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn. I want to understand.
Well, somebody actually, our records were supposed to be sealed, but somebody at the clerk of courts, I hope y'all ass get in trouble. They definitely leaked it, but no, that is a thing. Just to protect our children, because you date all the time and you don't know if that person is temporary or permanent, and so I think that's just a protection for the both of us and our children, to not have just random people around our kids.
Understood. You think that men are somewhat intimidated in approaching you or dating you when they happen to know that you were married, and that you may have, or you have a lifestyle that many people may be like, wow.
Yes. I wish some of the ones that do reach out would be a little more intimidated.
A little bit more what?
A little bit more intimidated. I wish they would just not do it at all. But I could see that, but I'm not a person like I'm good in my square, in my bubble, and then everything that I do for myself. And my kid's father, he does his job as far as taking care of his children. So I'm not looking for anybody in that aspect. I want you to do well for yourself, but I don't need you to take care of me.
Any regrets in having married him?
No, because I have 3 beautiful children, and the ending was horrible, but our love was real, and we had a beautiful marriage, a beautiful relationship. And to experience a love like we had, it comes once in a lifetime, and some people don't get it at all. So I'm grateful to have experienced that.
Is there any role you think you may have played in the divorce?
In the divorce, yeah, walking the fuck away.
Well,
See ya.
leading up to it.
Um, No, because I cannot, I will, and I refuse to take on the actions of another person because I will not put that insecurity in myself. Because I could have done everything right or done everything wrong. It's up to you to say, hey, this ain't working, or I want something different, and to walk away before you do the things that you've done. So I will not take responsibility in someone else's actions.
Understood. There's a lot of high profile divorces taking place. Portia Williams obviously is one of them. And I'm sure you know a lot of different people in different aspects of life. But what advice would you give to women when it comes to divorce?
Be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. And I say this all the time, be slow to reaction, because we get emotional, we get in our feelings, and we react, and 9 times out of 10, a week later, you're not going to be feeling like that, or you're going to regret the things that you've done. And be very selfish for yourself, because, and I call this my selfish season. We never take time out for ourselves. We pour, and we pour into our children, into our men, into our friends, into our family, and we don't have anything left for ourselves. And I didn't realize that until going through my divorce. And I was like, I need a break. And I felt bad about that. I felt bad for wanting to just lay in my bed sometimes and just deal with what I was dealing with. And I realized, fuck that. I'm going to take the time for myself, and get myself together and work on me. And if that's selfish to other people, then so be it. This is my selfish season. And I wish more women would do that. I think the result would be so drastically different if we took moments and were unapologetic about it.
Are you one to apologize if you're wrong?
Or if I'm wrong, I have no problem apologizing. But I used to apologize even when I wasn't wrong, just to keep the peace. And now I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
So you no longer believe in that?
No.
Because men oftentimes will say, like, sometimes you apologize to keep the peace, like
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah.
and I think that men take that on maybe more so than women. So I had to ask. Now, it's one thing to know that you were wrong on your own, but if someone brings to your attention, is that likely to change if they can show you, like, hey,
Oh yes, I am okay with being wrong,
okay,
because we're not always right, and only a fool would think that he's right all the time.
okay,
So I'm okay with accepting responsibility for my faults.
okay. Co-parenting at this juncture, what's that like for you guys, and are you guys friends?
I keep communication at a minimal because that's the way that I keep the peace. I'm not the baby mom that wants to insert myself in the activities and this and that. I think that it's important, because he does work so much, he's gone, to have that one-on-one time with his kids. And for me, that is a beneficial to me because I don't want to be around it. So I allow him to have his parenting time and do what he does, how he sees fit, and he does the same for me. And that is as peaceful as I could pray for.